3, 2, 1, go! Three, 1, go!
Smile again. Let me see you smile again, smile again. Gonna work hard.
It's over, guys.
What's
It's
over?
completely over. My career. I might as well just hang up my jersey and just be a DJ full time.
Whoa, don't do that.
You
Why
don't
not?
want to do that.
It will work out well.
Nah, it won't work out well. But you
Yeah.
heard your album.
Yeah, you know what your album sound like?
A baby being born. In a romantic way.
The album was fire.
You ever heard car tires screech before? If you hum that, that's what your album sound like.
Whatever, man. You just hating because you an old head, Doc. You can't appreciate the modern music.
What you mean modern music? Music sound good no matter what age it's in.
Yeah, but you need to get your ears checked.
You know what your music sound like?
What?
That tree that fell in the woods that nobody could hear?
Nobody heard that album.
No,
That's
people
what I'm
been
talking
listening to my music, man.
People like who?
Be Fresh.
Be Fresh, that's one.
Brian likes it.
Brian likes the album cover. That's what he told me.
It was a hot album cover.
He thought it was a Frisbee you gave me. He's like, look at this dope Frisbee inside this cover.
Yeah, we just
Look,
played Frisbee the other day.
Basketball. That's all you. DJing, that's somebody else. Speaking of which, hey, you know anybody that could DJ? For real, for real? We're having a party tonight.
You know anybody who can cut my hair?
Yeah.
I'm right here.
What you want, that T-Mac S curl? I think this one will look great. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Man, you are a handsome
Doc.
man. Look at
Fans
that.
are gonna love this one, man. You read my mind.
Showroom floor. Showroom floor.
Lady Jules, Lady Doc.
All right,
get him.
DJ.
Go get him.
Welcome to Swags.
Cool. Thanks. All right, thank you.
Thank you for coming by. See you next time.
Spinelli?
Mr. DJ?
Spinelli?
Mr. DJ.
You got 2 more today after this?
2. Hey, DJ. Hey, man. Nice to meet you. Thanks for
What's up,
coming.
man? How you doing?
Yeah, good.
What's good,
hey,
boss?
so this shoot's gonna be pretty simple, okay? We're gonna have you perform a few different actions. Our camera guy's gonna snap a bunch of different shots. After that, you can select the shot you like the best. And then after all that, we supersize you into a billboard. Any questions?
Yo, I got one. You gonna have my boy looking fly, right? With them lows, with them highs, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna fresh, dope. Yes, absolutely.
Just making show, just
All right,
making
go,
show.
man. Let's do it.
Let them work.
Okay. Hey, so first, I want you to do something with the basketball, your choice. A dribble move, a pass, a fancy trick. But, you know, something that would look good on a billboard.
All right, bet.
Yo, sick with it, DJ. That's what I'm talking about. That was money. I got it on
Yes,
Snapchat.
DJ,
I sent
yes.
it to your grandmama.
That's what I'm talking
I sent
about.
it to your cousins.
Well done. Okay, so next, I need your fiercest tough guy pose, okay? Think mean, intimidating, aggressive.
Yeah.
Yo, come on. It was supposed to be fierce. What is this? Tinkerbell's True Hollywood Story? Come on. This is going to be on
Tinkerbell is
Billboard.
absolutely fierce. If you want to go Tinkerbell, do it.
Yes.
You, sir, are an artist.
I agree. Wonderful stuff here. Okay, DJ, lastly, give me a hero pose, okay? This one should feel awe-inspiring, majestic, commanding.
All right, all right.
Okay, that works. I take it.
Phenomenal work, DJ. That was
Thanks,
beautiful.
Man. Yeah, nice to work
Honestly.
with you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have our shots, so hey, I'll send some options to your agent soon, and you can make the final decision.
All right, cool, man.
Okay.
Yo, Mr.
All right, man.
Director,
Yeah, man.
Mr. Director. I was thinking maybe you could get a couple shots of me and DJ, you know what I'm saying? Back to back, maybe totem pole or something, human pyramid, something, you know what I'm saying?
I think we're fine with everything we have now, but thanks again, DJ.
We grew up together, you know what I'm saying? The fans will love it.
You know, you can grow more after we have
They
lunch.
gon-
'Cause
Right.
you need to eat, right?
Behind the scenes,
got
I need
food
to
at the
eat.
next
You
one.
need to eat.
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. work to do, DJ. Let's get back to it soon. Hey, what you working on? All right, DJ, let's get to work. Now, here's what we're gonna do. All right, DJ, let's get everyone over here and get started.
is you don't keep a newspaper stand open these days by just selling newspapers, okay?
And?
Exactly. And what, though? Is he being paid? Is the government giving him money? Is his family giving him money?
You guys are brothers.
Are we? Who knows how deep this goes?
One foot on the brake and one on the gas. Where there's too much traffic, I can't pass, no. So I'm trying my best to leave on move, but things black and white come and touch my groove again. Gonna write me up for 125. Post my face, wanna get out alive. Take my license, all that jive. I can't drive 55. Oh no. So I signed my name on number 24. Hey. Yeah, the judge said, boy, just one more.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Washington Wizards. Washington has not been playing their best basketball. They lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And tonight, get ready for some highlights. Two lightning-quick, high-flying clubs. Kenny, when you have teams as athletic as these, how can one side carve out an advantage?
Poise. That's it. You want to be athletic, but you also want to be level-headed. You got to have a combination of the two. You got to execute your plays, and you just don't rely on your physical gifts because that could be detrimental.
And not only that, AMB FAE.
What's that?
Avoid mistakes, be fast and efficient.
Wow. FMB.
Where do you come up with that?
FAE?
AMB FAE.
Okay.
Avoid mistakes.
Okay.
Be fast and efficient.
God, man, that's quick and fast and
It's
hurry.
going to be an exciting matchup. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
You're the first person who's ever said that.
AMB FAE.
The New Orleans riverfront gleaming brightly along the Mississippi here tonight. We've got NBA basketball in store from New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of the Pelicans, right here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. You look at Washington, 6 games off the lead. They're most definitely in the thick of things.
And seeing where Washington is, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
You know, and that's something we see a lot from teams that come out of the blue like they have this season. Their confidence just grows and grows with each passing week, and they hit the playoffs riding high.
The Doors coming down the stretch here. A few teams clearly out of the playoffs. Despite their disappointment, what can they do to build confidence going into next year?
Well, I'm a big believer in that adage, you can't skip steps, and professionalism is required every day regardless of record. And so you build things by the small decisions you make every day. When you step between the lines, you work hard or you don't. Work is what gives confidence.
You're right, it's a process. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Washington, Beal and Porter at the 2 and the 3. Morris and Gortat together down low. And it's Wall in at the point.
And just the rugged nature of Cousins, getting into the body there offensively. Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Washington shooting their first foul shot of the night. Free throw good from Gortat.
This guy was the 57th pick back in 2005. Safe to say that Gortat has outperformed his draft position. That is one of the more formidable big men in the game.
Now here is Hill from 13, and he overshot that one, missing. And Wall kicks to Gortat. Back to Wall. Pass to Gortat. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Porter passes to Gortat. Wall dishes to Porter. The pass to Beal. Morris a screen. Clock at 6. Beal drives in, goes up again. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Missed it. Even after all those chances. Here's Cousins. Goes back up. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And stolen by Cousins. Shot from 12. That one wide left.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Well, we call that crowding the shooter, right? You don't give up an inch. It's just perfect defense.
Now here's Beal. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. 5 to shoot. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
Yeah, just like any true shooter, Bradley Beal not worried about the defender at all.
Kicks to Cousins from 13. Yes, that goes in. Cousins has got his second bucket of the night.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
But, Greg, the defense better start to disrupt his rhythm, or it's going to be an awfully long night for them.
Now here's Beal. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game.
Love to see a shooter like Beal mixing it up on the interior.
Pelicans trailed by 3. Allen with it. He's picked up by Wall. Wall with the steal. Lays it up off the glass. Wall's got his first basket of the night.
And how's that for a solo performance?
Well, you couldn't do it any better than that, Greg. Textbook execution on the break.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Here's the doctor following the basket by John Wall. Here's the doctor. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And the Pelicans at last season's trade deadline making the big deal for DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, you look at Anthony Davis being paired with Cousins, and certainly on paper, you could make the argument that they've got the best 1-2 punch on the front line in the league. 2 Kentucky guys, great size and offensive skill in terms of their versatility. If they can surround them with shooters and some perimeter defense, I think this group could be scary.
And the first one drops.
And last season, I think we saw just what could be a preview of what the Washington Wizards can be moving forward, right? They return to the second round of the playoffs. They have a clear core and strength to build around for the future.
Both free throws good from the doctor. And Doris, as you mentioned, it had been a roller coaster of season finishes for the Wizards over the last few years. Now they know exactly where they stand.
You know, Kevin, I think equally important, they know the destination they want to get to. John Wall has shown he is an elite talent in the NBA who can carry them in a postseason series. And I think as long as Wall is there, this team has an opportunity to contend in the East. Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
He dishes it to Cousins. Davis kicks to Allen. Davis sets a screen. Morris with the block.
And when Morris is protecting the rim with that kind of effort, what a lift for his group.
Well, Doris, one thing is certain for Bradley Beal. He's a lights-out shooter if you give him some space.
Oh, no doubt, Kev. Beal does such a great job, always squaring his shoulders, even when he's coming off a screen. And that quick setup and release, really hard to defend.
For Washington, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And he can't get the first one.
Now, how's this stat for Bradley Beal? The first player since Magic Johnson to have 3 25-point playoff games before he turns 21.
He hits the second from the line. Well, Greg, for 2 straight seasons before this, the Wizards have had a starting 5 that all average double figures on the year. The engine of this offense, I think, is the backcourt, but they can all hurt you, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin. Having a balanced offense like they do makes it tough for teams to prepare defensively. You can't just double or key in on Wall or Beal because they do a great job of facilitating. I think the bigger question moving forward is just going to be what will the impact of that bench be, and ultimately that's going to determine whether they can contend.
Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. The doctor passes to Davis. Good work there as it goes.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Now here's Wall. 23 points for him the last game against Miami.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
Outside, Beal. He feeds it to Wall. And another miss by Washington.
Well, they know not to leave him open for mid-range, and they're all over him on that shot.
Wall with a block.
Now, you see the wingspan and the timing by John Wall. What a defensive effort.
And Porter, here we go. That one goes in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Cousins. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, and last season, DeMarcus Cousins moving on in that blockbuster trade. Really impossible to get equal value for a star like Cousins, but he was pleased, I think, to put all the rumors of being traded to bed.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And with Cousins, he found out that he was being traded to the Pelicans while at the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And it's never easy fitting in with another star like the Brow, but Cousins is just so skilled that you knew they would find a balance. And at the end of the day, Cousins seems to be happy with the team who's committed to him.
And the New Orleans Pelicans last season with one of the worst offensive rebounding percentages in history.
Yeah, I mean, it improved somewhat with DeMarcus Cousins coming in. But I think really it's the team's philosophy, though. They value getting back in transition more than they value a chance to attack that offensive glass.
Pelicans on D. 4-point game. And Wall kicks to Beal. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. And that's 10 points for Bradley Beal.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
Cousins, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
17-foot shot on the way. Wall's shot is off. To the middle. Here's Cousins, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Cousins has got 8 points.
Just tremendously physical. Cousins not afraid to rearrange some furniture in there.
Oubre, good.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Scott Brooks did have a few minutes before the game tonight. He said the big thing is we cannot play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. We'll see if they can turn the tables around and even up this season series, Kevin. Back to you.
David, thanks. Sounds like he's prepped his guys on how to handle this opposing defense.
And no surprise there, because they're facing a team that can win games with its defense. They are an aggressive bunch from the start.
No, it's so true, Greg, because make a mistake and this team will capitalize. They need to keep a tight handle on the basketball and limit their turnovers.
Now, here's Porter, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. And Wall kicks to Morris. 4 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3, and it's Wall. That time the assist by Morris. He has 5.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Wall with another miss.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And so it's Washington with it, leading by 5. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And offensively, that night, it seemed like anytime they took one step forward, they'd end up taking 2 steps back.
It didn't seem, Greg, like they ever got any rhythm on the offensive end. They were in a hurry to get their shots off. Really difficult to win that way.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Some changes for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Cousins. Wells comes in for Hill. Rajon Rondo subbed in for the Doctor. Garrett Temple has checked in for Washington. Jody Meeks comes in for Beal. Here's Wall. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
You love it when a guy is unfazed by the defense. Nice shot by John Wall.
And Holiday kicks to Rondo. Davis sets a screen. Here's the floater. That one doesn't drop. And the Wizards now going the other way.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And Meeks kicks to Oubre, trying his luck deep. Here's Morris. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now an 11-point Washington lead. Outside Holiday. There's a good screen. Here's Wells. The kick out to Holiday. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Wizards. Last time they met was in Washington.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
You know, sometimes it's about gang rebounding, making sure everyone's in on the responsibility to board it. Let's see if it's more of a group effort tonight.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Wells with it. He's picked up by Wall. Ajinça dishes to Davis. Wells sets the pick for Holiday. Here's Rondo. And again, unable to change momentum here. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the first. Back to Temple. Nice ball movement by Washington. Just 5 to shoot. Oubre can't get it to go. Pelicans trail by 13. Outside Rondo. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by John Wall. Wall's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Dishes it to Morris. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one. Rondo passes to Davis. Over to the wing. Here's Holiday. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls.
And when you look at the Pelicans, you got to expect for them to be one of the top defensive teams in the league. You've got the Twin Towers down low, and Drew Holiday is in the top handful, I think, of defensive point guards in the league.
Frazier, he's checked in for Washington. Both free throws good from Drew Holiday. And Drew Holiday at 6'4", great size for the point guard position.
And his height enables him to cover shooting guards. At the same time, he does a great job of keeping smaller players in front of him.
And Davis pulls it down.
Well, the offense got him the ball in exactly the position they wanted. That's just better defense.
Now here's Wells. Guarded close. Count it.
And you got to admire the inside game of Wells. Terrific at getting room to get that one off.
Frazier outside. Feeds to Temple. He kicks it to Morris. Over at Ajinça and misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's the three. And no good trying to get that one. John Wall getting it done for Washington. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hands. She's the one who taught me my form, I followed through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still to this day thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Wizards here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
So on the floor for Washington, Frazier is out there with Jody Meeks. Then it's Garrett Temple. Then there's Oubre, and it's Gortat in at the 5. Now here's Davis. 23 points for him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
Greg, from his one-and-done season at Kentucky, leading college basketball in block shots. We knew Anthony Davis could dominate defensively, but did you have any idea he'd be this good offensively?
None. I mean, with his length and athleticism, you knew he'd have an impact as a finisher. But the way his shooting has developed, it has been remarkable. Now, granted, this was a guy that at one point was recruited to play point guard coming out of high school, but he's playing more like a shooting guard with his skill set.
Now, here's Meeks. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. There's a screen by Gortat. And Temple kicks to Oubre. Buries it from three-point range.
Oh, a bone-jarring screen from Gortat, and that frees the shooter.
Outside, Davis. Rondo against Frazier. Pass to Ajinça. Shoots from 14. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
And not everyone can shoot this well at his size.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Guys with size don't necessarily translate into great shooters, but boy, does he show great confidence knocking that down.
Temple can't get it to go. Pelicans trail by 9. Wells wide open. Hits the three-point bomb. Wells has got his second basket of the night.
And how about Wells there with the pull-up? I just love the rhythm with which he shoots the basketball off the dribble.
Out to the right wing. Now here's Oubre. He's got 6. Here's Temple. Meeks on the wing. Three-pointer. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
Well, both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Now here's Rondo. To the inside. Gortat with the steal. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Meeks, good.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Rondo kicks to Davis. Rondo drives in, and it's Meeks with the rebound. Washington leading now by 12. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, "I love it here. I don't plan on leaving." I guess I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here. Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win. Now here's Frazier. After the miss from Shammy Wells.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Rondo against Frazier. Over to the left wing. Wells sinks the triple. Wells has got 8 points.
And Wells has such a quick release. He's ready to pull as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Meeks on the wing. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Davis. Yes, that goes in. And that's now 7 points for Marcin Gortat.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
On the wing, Davis. 11 points in the game. Down low. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
Well, that's just taking your eyes off the target before releasing the pass. Very careless.
Tony Allen's checked in for Wells. And a switcher also for Washington. Carter, he's checked in for Jody Meeks. And here's Frazier. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They set the pick. Gortat dishes to Temple. Moore with the steal. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. Over Frazier. And Rajon Rondo the basket on the assist from Moore. Rondo's got his first points in this one. Doris, you've interviewed so many great players and coaches. What are some of the key personality traits that stars seem to share?
Yeah, I would say it's probably like somebody who's either a lawyer or a doctor, right? They're always A-type personalities. They're competitive. They're perfectionists. They have great capacity for work. I don't think you make it to the NBA unless you're incredibly committed.
Well said. Now here's Moore. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Temple. The feed now to Carter. Here's Temple, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Oubre, no one around him. And again, Washington, no good. And Moore kicks to Davis. Frazier against Rondo. Here's Ajinça. Rebound, Washington. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. There's a screen by Gortat. Here's Frazier, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Hill comes in for Davis. Clark, he's checked in for Ejuan Moore. And the Doctors subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Washington, Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Kelly Oubre. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Garrett Temple.
Well, one thing we know about this Wizards team, they have no problem putting points on the board. Last year, they were 5th in the league in points per game. Offense was the strength of this team. Now, can they put together a little bit on the defensive end?
And Alvin Gentry wants a timeout. And for the Wizards and their offense, Doris, it starts with the backcourt, but they can hurt you at a lot of positions.
Right, Kev, because they had 6 players averaging double-figure points last season. It's a very strong passing team. They can score inside, they can score outside, and no lead is safe when they are getting shots to fall.
And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Pelicans.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
Here's the doctor. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game. That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. And another miss by Washington. Hill against Porter. The doctor passes to Hill. Cousins with a screen on Porter. And it's Hill penetrating. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call on Washington with the foul. The Pelicans have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
2 shots.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, and the Pelicans, after making the playoffs in 2015, had some high expectations with superstar Anthony Davis, but last year was a bit of a disappointment, and it forced them to kind of pull the trigger and go out and land DeMarcus Cousins. So their fortunes now, I think, are going to be held by those 2 anchors on the front line.
Both free throws good from Hill. Greg, what would you say is the key for the Pelicans to get back in the playoff mix?
There's several. I think rebounding was a big problem. The trade for Cousins should help in that area. And every team needs more shooting. But I think in particular, this group does. And then first and foremost, look, you got to stay healthy. Hard to figure out what you have when you never get a chance to see it.
Pelicans trail by 9. The doctor passes to Clark. Cousins with a screen on Beal. With the teardrop, here's Clark. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Clark's got 5 now.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here's Beal. 10 points for him. There's a screen by Gortat. 6 on the shot clock. Carter right side. Over Allen. That doesn't go either for Carter.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
Hill against Porter. Gortat with the block.
Well, providing stout rim protection, Gortat is a 2-way player.
And that one's good by Porter.
Listen, Kev, this guy, one of the more reliable scorers in the league, night in and night out.
There's the dish to Clark. Passes to the doctor. Great D that time from Beal. Washington leading now by 9 from deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hill passes to the doctor. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate. with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the doctor in the last game against the Kings made a big difference. He ended with 13 points, and he made them pay at the free throw line with a lot of freebies. It was a great combination for a guy who's considered to be more of a role player for this team. See what he can bring to the table tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, and guys, how important is it for a player to be coming off a strong performance like that?
Well, I don't know if it's important, but it never hurts. And the good part is he doesn't have anything to fix. He'd be happy with an exact repeat of that last game.
And that's all this team is asking of him. Just a solid contribution. Be consistent, be reliable, be effective.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
Here's Wall, following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Goes up on the wing. Wall missing again.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Of course, you talk about versatility of players, but as a broadcaster, been a courtside reporter, game analyst, a studio host, you name it. What do you prefer to do? What do you like most?
There's no question about it, Kev. The analyst role is the absolute most fun. Now, the only thing that might push that over the top is to sit beside the great Kevin Harlan.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That one is off. Doris, a common theme with this Washington Wizards team that has helped with their success is how much confidence they play with.
Well, John Wall said that last year they spent a lot of their season just building the team's confidence. Now, that manifests itself in how hard they work on the court. And this team will play as one of the more physical teams in the NBA.
And he's good on the second. Here's Wall. He's got 15. Pass to Morris. Over Hill. Nice spin off the left rim and in. 6 points for Markieff Morris.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. One of the most prolific scoring big men in the game. Cousins getting his tonight.
Now here's Wall. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for New Orleans.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Tony Allen. Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish, and I think he's found a home here in Washington.
First free throw is good. And Markieff Morris, a power forward who gives you a different look and a little bit of everything, Doris.
Well, what I love about Keith, he isn't going to back down on the block, and he's able to score in a number of different ways. Got a great nose for the basket, collected when finishing at the rim. This guy adds so much value.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
Here's Here's the doctor. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. That's on Marcin Gortat.
All the officials are all over that one.
For New Orleans, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Two shots.
That free throw good from the Doctor. Wells, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Washington. Both free throws good from the Doctor. 1:30 left in the first half. Now Wall. He's got 15. The pass to Meeks. Back to Wall. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in a sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, and Cousins, with his physical style, always among the league leaders in free throws.
And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. Washington leading now by 6. Beal with a screen for Wall. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Now, this is a big-time offensive game right now. Wall is giving the defense everything they can handle.
Outside Holiday. 46 seconds left to play here in the half.
And this is obviously where you'd like to see a 2-for-1.
Absolutely. You have to execute. No reason why they can't get a couple of chances at scores.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Washington shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. That's good for Meeks.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
And so Meeks nails both of them. Pelicans trail by 10. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
.34 seconds left now here in the second. Now here's Wall. D right on him. Here's Morris, banked in off the glass. Morris has got 6 here in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's the Doctor, covered by Wall. Wall with the block. Shoots the 3, buries the long-range jumper. Wall's got 20 points.
That pull-up on the dime, one of the most difficult shots in basketball. Wall making it look easy.
And so it's the Washington Wizards riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Alongside Coach Alvin Gentry. Alvin, what sorts of adjustments are you going to make in the second half?
Well, we just got to get ourselves organized. We got to get back. We got to take better shots. You know, the problem that we have is we're taking bad shots and they're running out on them. We just got to take good shots and we got to get back and get our defense set.
Best defense is offensive efficiency. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
Yeah, the first half, what a thing of beauty. He was just living in the lane.
How special is it, Greg, to watch a guy who's able to get into the paint with speed and consistency? They cannot let him get inside like that.
The bigs inside, Davis and Cousins. Tony Allen is out there with the doctor, and it's Hill in at the 3 spot. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. Hey, Doris, with all the switching on defense, it seems like everyone has to be able to guard both inside and on the perimeter. Do you see us becoming even more of a positionless league?
You know, this is a fascinating aspect to me because you focus on a player like Draymond Green, who coming out of Michigan State was considered a tweener, somebody who was neither a guard nor a forward and didn't have the requisite skill set to be effective in the NBA. But there is true value to players, be it at the small forward, the power forward, or the center position. Because the league is such a heavy pick and roll, because the floor is so spread, Kevin, the guys who have the kind of lateral mobility and the basketball IQ to switch onto smaller players and stay in front and contest shots, they're crucial. For right now, this is the trend, and I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon.
Now here's Allen. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Shot clock at 5. Shot off the pick. And the shot no good, a bit short. Wizards leading by 18. Wall dishes to Beal. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 15 points for Beal.
Now we come to expect John Wall will make the right play, creates yet another open look.
The drive by Hill. Kicks it out to Allen. Beal with the steal. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Wall. That one rolling around and rims out.
Well, he carves out the space he needs, just the finish was not good.
To the middle. Here's Davis. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Davis has got 13.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
Sinks the three-pointer. And the Wizards lead by 21.
Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the third.
Shots good from the Doctor. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And Wall kicks to Gortat. And the wide open shot from Morris. And the 3 off target. New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Passes to the Doctor. It's Hill on the wing. Davis with a screen on Porter. Hill passes to Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Boy, he's carried his share of the load tonight, but he might need to carry even more if they're going to turn this thing around.
Washington leading now by 17. 14 feet away. Again, the miss by Wall. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. To the left side wing. Here's the Doctor, covered by Wall. The Doctor passes to Davis. Gortat with the steal. Beal gets a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 6th assist on the night. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
Well, I couldn't agree more, Greg. Situations like that you hope build character, but they need to knock down the free throws, bottom line.
Wizards making a switch here. Temple's checked in. And a look here at the passing numbers over the last several months for Wall.
One aspect of his game that's suffered the past few months has been his passing. He hasn't shown that same creativity with the basketball that we'd seen from him earlier in the season, and his assists are way down because of it.
Now here's Wall after the miss from the Doctor. Here's Morris, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on John Wall.
At the line for your Pelicans, the Doctor. At the line for 2.
That free throw good from the Doctor. New Orleans making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Frazier's checked in. Both free throws good from the Doctor. Doris, for you in evaluating how good a player was over his career. You can look at analytics, statistics, whatever avenue you want to take. How important are the rings, the championships in that equation for you?
You know, I know there is some conversation that's saying if you don't have a ring, your career wasn't great. And I would say this to you. Karl Malone and John Stockton are in no way diminished in terms of their Hall of Fame credentials simply because they lacked a ring. Sometimes it's the era within which you're operating. Michael Jordan was the greatest player of his generation. Some would say the greatest player of all time. I would say that Karl Malone and John Stockton, unfortunately, were at their peak, in the peak of maybe the greatest player, Michael Jordan. So in no way is someone like Patrick Ewing diminished in terms of his stature and greatness simply because the Knicks were never able to break through. I don't buy that argument.
You frame that so well. 6 to shoot. Here's Temple. A teardrop shot.
Now, Gortat is a space eater, and you've got to put a body on or he's going to burn you with putbacks like he did there.
And throughout his career, Doris, Marcin Gortat, a player who you can always consider a double-double threat.
Right, he's a pro's pro. Marcin Gortat knows every night you're going to get great effort from me. I'm going to battle on the glass. I'm going to do all the dirty work inside.
Here is Frazier, following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Off target from three-point range.
The defense not doing its job there. Left him wide open, and I'm sure he's kicking himself for not cashing in.
Cousins with a screen for Hill. Down low, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
So for the Pelicans, Etwan Moore comes in for Solomon Hill, and Ian Clark subbed in for the Doctor. And a switcher also for Washington. Carter's checked in. Frazier with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Carter kicks to Morris. He dishes it to Temple. Wizards passing it around. Cousins with it. Now guarded by Gortat. Moore in the corner. Shoots the three. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game. That's his first personal foul. Washington leading now by 15. On the wing, Morris. Kicks it to Temple. He feeds it to Carter, to the wing on the left. Dishes to Temple. It's Vince Carter on the wing. Pass to Frazier. A floater. He lays it in. Frazier's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Cousins with a screen on Carter. Off the screen, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Now here's Frazier. He has 5. Here's Morris. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Here's Moore. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Now here is Carter. 15-point game. Gortat with the screen for Carter. Over Moore. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Screen by Cousins. It's Davis with the drive. He used that pick to perfection. Davis has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And he has found the stroke, folks. Continues to knock down shot after shot. Perfection thus far.
Here's Temple to the inside. Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Well, this is what you like to see from Morris, being aggressive. Hammer it down with authority, big man.
Rondo kicks to Clark. Moore against Carter. Here's Cousins. From 13 feet, it goes down. Cousins has got 23 points.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Oh, he's been outstanding offensively. His performance has been one of the things that's gone right for them.
Again, the miss by Moore.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Here's Temple. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Frazier. A putback, and the second chance effort by Gortat. And the Wizards lead by 17.
Boy, punch that one back in there. Athletic finish by Gortat.
Cousins with a screen on Gortat. The offensive rebound, the second chance effort, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw. Some changes for New Orleans. Wells, he's checked in for E'Twaun Moore. Holiday comes in for Ian Clark. And the doctor subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Washington, Oubre's checked in for Markieff Morris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Vince Carter. Good on the second free throw. Washington leading now by 16. Frazier kicks to Meeks. Out to the wing. Frazier outside. Oubre. Another shot. Meeks. Good. Meeks got 10 points in the game.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Here's Holiday. Good on the baseline J. Washington's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. It's stolen by Davis. Now here's Wells. Defense right on him. Feeds it to Davis. Inside. The shot's good from the Doctor. 10 points for him.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
Frazier kicks to Meeks. Here's Temple. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out. Pelicans trail by 14. Here's Wells. And it's Meeks with the rebound. Meeks got 4 rebounds now tonight. He kicks it to Oubre. Takes the 3. And Frazier with the basket on the assist by Oubre. Frazier's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
And so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
The feed to Meeks. The dish to Temple. Frazier outside. Another miss by Frazier. Out left to the wing. Here's the Doctor, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Doctor's got 12 in the game.
You know, since halftime, he's finally started to shoot with confidence.
Frazier kicks to Meeks. Pass to Temple. He dishes it to Oubre. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Temple, looking for his first basket still in this one. Shoots over Wells. They get it back.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
For the 3, knocks down the 3 ball.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Oh, their communication on offense is working at every level now. These guys are really cohesive. What a run.
Now here's Frazier. Here's Temple. Oh, a monumental buzzer beater!
What a thrilling shot for one team and a heartbreaker for the other.
Oh, that's the type of clutch player he sees himself as. Boy, can he deliver.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Wizards lead by 13. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Alvin Gentry.
Forget about the score and let's compete. Just compete. That's all. Not that hard to do now.
Without worrying about what's led up to this point, Alvin Gentry trying to refocus his players' efforts.
Yeah, I mean, dwelling on the point differential at this point isn't going to fix anything. But all 5 guys giving maximum effort, that might be a cure-all for a whole lot.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. They've got Porter, Oubre out there with Gortat. Then it's Jody Meeks, and it's Wall in at the point. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. And a switcher also for Washington. Bradley Beal's checked in for Jody Meeks. Outside, Wall. Here's Oubre. His three-pointers off the mark.
No doubt it's been a rough game for him. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it as long as they hang on to the lead the rest of the way.
Cousins with a screen for Holiday. Wells in the corner for the three. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Here's the doctor, covered by Wall. Cousins with nobody on him. He carries the jumper. Cousins has got 26.
And with great players, you've got to pick your poison. You'll live with Cousins shooting from mid-range.
Wall, good.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
You know, you have to be an absolutely tireless worker to rack up 20-plus boards.
And Wall slams it home.
Now, there's your dunk contest champion back in 2014. Wall puts a little extra on that one.
And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now, here is Hill. Cousins with a screen for Hill. There's the pass to the doctor. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
The doctor. 2 shots.
That free throw good from the doctor. Tony Allen's checked in for the Pelicans. Both free throws good from the doctor. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Beal dishes the Wall. From the stripe. Allen with the rebound.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
That's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Wizards leading by 15. And it's Beal in the corner. Puts up a three. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Passes it to the doctor. Puts it up. To the paint. Deflects the pass. It's back to Hill. Launches it. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. That's 7 points for Hill.
You know, I think the defense is thinking, I don't have to guard him on the line, but that's just a matter of whether he could knock it down, and he does.
Holiday against Beal. Holiday with the defensive effort. Pelicans trail by 12. Here's the doctor. A shot off that time. Nice D from Wall. Washington's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Porter kicks to Wall. And the layup is good. Wall's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Slashing into the lane, the speed and the grace of John Wall.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Doris Otto Porter is a very consistent shooter. He's put in a lot of work since entering the NBA to get his shot where it is now.
You know what I love, Kev? He reviews film, and he thinks about his mechanics all the time. And it's one of the ways you build a more reliable three-point shot. You can't question his work ethic.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Davis is checked in. Morris is checked in for Washington. New Orleans has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Here's the doctor, and it's sent back by Morris.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Challenging this D with the three ball. That's his second from distance this half, and he also hit one in the first half, too.
Here's the doctor. Rebound by the Wizards. Porter's got his 6th rebound on the night, and it's Beal in the corner. And again, Washington with the triple.
After hitting only one from downtown in the first half, he's exploded with 3 since.
Pelicans trail by 20. Allen outside. Down low. Here's the doctor. And it's good. 2 points. Doctor's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
And Beal kicks to Wall. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Cousins.
And that, to me, is an example of where the work in the weight room pays off. Wall absorbs contact and still guides it in.
Here's the doctor. Davis with a screen on Beal. Beal with the steal. He feeds it to Wall. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Davis.
Now this is where John Wall excels to me, getting fouls while shooting the basketball.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Wall.
You know, I think we can get intoxicated with the offensive end where John Wall is just so stellar at the point guard position. But this guy's athleticism allows him to be disruptive on the defensive end. He does a great job creating turnovers.
And so Wall nails both of them. And Doris, the turnovers you mentioned that Wall creates that are so valuable, he'll knock a ball loose and convert on the other end.
Well, he can do so many things on the defensive end, right, Kev? The steals have always been there. He's one of the best shot blockers at the point guard position because of his athleticism and his ability to come up with those chase down blocks with the speed and wingspan. Truly a thing of beauty.
Now here's Beal. Wall's shot is off.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's the doctor, covered by Wall. Davis against Gortat. 6 to shoot. From deep. And it's Davis missing. Wizards leading by 22. Kicks it to Wall. Doris, the league would prefer that players stay in college a minimum of 2 years before entering the draft. Others have countered with straight out of high school in that approach. Which way do you lean?
I would say I would lean to allow these young men, if they're prepared and have the talent and ability to go straight from high school to the league, they should have that opportunity. We don't put restrictions on any other field of endeavor. If you're a great musician, you can go to New York City and make a living in an orchestra on Broadway. To me, if you're capable, you should be allowed the opportunity. This is America. We are a land of opportunity.
That free throw good from Cousins. Here is Wall. Wall draws the double. Porter passes to Wall. In the corner, it's Morris. Outside, Beal fires the three. And again, Washington with the triple.
Talk about stretching out a defense. He's been unstoppable tonight.
I'll tell you, he's nailed everything in sight, and how efficient he has been from outside the arc.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
The doctor. At the line for two.
That's good from the doc. And All-Star Week, a fan favorite certainly, Doris. We all love it as broadcasters, as fans. But are there any changes you'd like to make in any event or the weekend overall?
Well, I think one thing that would be fascinating to me is to see the best players, for instance, the Klay Thompsons, the Steph Currys, those people, the best shooters in the league, participate in that particular three-point contest. Think back to Larry Bird when he walked in the locker room and said, who's coming in second tonight? Like, those are great. We can't get enough of our stars. I'd like to see the stars have to participate in at least one event, Kev.
Good thoughts. It's Porter outside, and the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Hill dishes to Allen. Davis with a screen on Beal. Here's the doctor, covered by Wall. And that one is hammered home.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
That's the point, guys. When your lead playmaker can get to the rim like that and convert, monster advantage.
On the clock, Beal drives in. Here's Gortat. Gortat. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Allen with it. Now Beal defending. Here's Davis. That one wide left. Wizards leading by 20. Ring shot on the way. They grabbed their own miss. New Orleans has gotten just one of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Dishes it to Cousins. Outside, Davis. Hill kicks to Allen. Cousins with a screen for Allen. Pocket 6. Shoots over Beal. Allen's shot is off. Washington's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Outside for Beal. Lets it go with a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Beal's got 32 points in the game.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Here's the doctor, covered by Wall. Washington's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Beal can't get it to go. Well, for New Orleans, shooting reasonably well, 45%. Allen passes to the doctor. Allen against Porter. Allen outside. Nice D from Porter. Wizards leading by 23. Wall dishes to Gortat, and he makes that one.
When he gets that close, more often than not, Gortat is going to convert.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Here's the screen. It's stolen by Wall. To the middle. Here's more. Oh.
Child, please. Well, he has the frame and the aggressiveness to take on contact. Morris finishing the play and one.
Well, John Wall's become one of the best passers in the game. There's no doubt about that. He sets up his teammates very well for scoring.
He really does, Kev. Last year, second in the NBA in assists per game, almost 11 a game. He set the mark for most assists in a single season by a Wizard. What a great passer this guy has been his whole career.
One shot.
And free throw good from Morris. And the outcome of the collective bargaining agreement and a potential 11-year stretch of labor peace, one of the longest in league history. Doris, what does that mean for this great game of ours?
Well, it means certainly that we can all take a sigh of relief. Everybody wants to play basketball and see basketball played. So great for the players, their representation, great for the league, and certainly great for the fans and the television partners.
And Doris, I sense such fairness on both ends, too. It really is a partnership.
You know, I think it would be wise for both the players and the ownership to remember they need each other to peacefully coexist and to thrive. And when you're trying to get an agreement that does the best by both parties, this is what you can have. You can have a long stretch of labor peace that makes everyone happy.
Well said.
Two shots.
And he makes the first.
What a story for Markieff Morris, taken exactly one pick before his twin brother Marcus back in 2011.
And Morris drops them both. And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter. Double by Oubre. Here's the Doctor, and he gets the bucket. Doctor's got 24 points.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Wall draws the double, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Wall.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Washington.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for John Wall.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
No good on that one. Or as it seems like individual all-star and MVP voting is heavily influenced by how players' teams perform. Is that a good thing?
Well, I will say this, Kevin. I have a vote in some of the postseason awards. And if, in fact, I've got two players at the same position and I need some line of demarcation to separate one from another, a team's win-loss record may influence that. Now, you might say it's unfair, but sometimes the difference between a player making it and not making it is minuscule. I would say this to you, Kevin. I would like to see all-star teams go out to 15 players as opposed to 12. There are 3 teams, first, second, and third, all NBA. Why not have 15 guys on the all-star team?
Excellent idea. And so it's Washington with it, following the score by New Orleans. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here, and that one's good by Clark. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the Wizards with it. Wall draws the double. Smith kicks to Wall. Wizards passing it around. Meeks outside, and he's good on the 3 ball.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
And Wall kicks to Smith. Pass to Oubre. Outside, Wall. And here's Meeks. Back to Wall. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Hey, great game, DJ.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man. That's what you say? We lost.
Yeah, but I was...
Yeah, no buts. You had a good game, fine, but we lost. So you still lost. Your stat line tonight was perfect.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was, but we lost. Which means I lost, which means you lost. Hey, I'm all about the stats. I mean, I watch my own clips on YouTube, but I do that at home. When you're here, it's what happens with us, not you.
What's wrong with him? He mad? Great game, though.
Hey, DJ. Hannah says you're up.
All right, ready?
DJ, it's never easy when you're losing, but do you guys feel like you have a grip on what's going on?
I mean, we know what we have to do. It's just a matter of actually doing it on the court, and that's been the hardest part, but we'll get it.
DJ, it seemed like every pass you made ended in a basket from one of your teammates tonight. How did you feel distributing out there?
You know, it never feels good when we lose, whether I have a bunch of assists or whatever. But we lost tonight, so obviously we have some things to work on, and I know that I have some things to work on. As a matter of fact, I should be working on them right now in the gym. So I'm gonna head out, all right? Thank you all.
Hey, welcome to Foot Locker. Let me know if you need anything.
Okay, great, thanks.
Hey, bro, can I check this out?
Got it.
Thanks, man.
Those look awesome. Great choice. Good choice. Good choice.
Thanks, man. I'm all set.
All right, great. Have a nice day.
Spinelli?
Mr. DJ?
There goes Barnes & Noble.
What's up?
Barnes & Noble?
Yeah, man. D Books? What does Barnes & Noble sell?
Nah, man.
D Books. They
Nah,
sell
man.
D Books.
Hey, nah. I'm not going with that one.
All right, let's get this.
Let's do it.
Hey, I never asked you, how was it like coming in the league? Did the guys prank you?
Man, you have to prepare for the worst when it comes to them vets, man.
What'd they do?
They got me bad, filled my whole car up, packing peanuts, the trunk, everything.
Packing peanuts? Well, man, at least it wasn't hard shell peanuts. You know what I mean?
That's true.
That's crazy, man.
I know,
Did you get
bro.
them back?
That's one thing you don't do.
You don't get the vets back. Okay.
Never.
Okay, yeah, I won't get Shammy back then.
Oh, no.
All right, let's get this, man.